right. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Welcome. My name is Janni Hellerup. I work as a customer success manager here at Learnifier. And beside me, I have Mattias Borg.
Good morning, everyone.
Welcome, everyone. Let's see. It's 9 sharp. So let's.
Yeah, it's almost time to get started. I think.
I think so. Good morning once more, and welcome to this webinar, Learnifier Live. This is a webinar for you, our dear customer, to get updated on the latest news and what we've been working on since the last time we saw each other, and what we're going to work on ahead. So to start with, some practicalities. This webinar tends to be 45 minutes long. Feel free to write questions in the chat as they pop up. We have some colleagues hanging out in the chat to help you as we go. We will also record this webinar and send out the recording through email to you afterwards, so you'll be able to have another look at it or share it with a colleague. So let's start with have a quick look at the agenda for today.
And we did start the recording, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. We were like 50 minutes before you guys joined us. So it feels like so important. So that's why. To start with, you have me and Mattias here to welcome you. And Mattias will talk a bit more about what's up before we head over to dive into some of the new functions. We have Mona with us that you all know since before, but we also have Hannah that you also know from before since she was in the customer success manager team. But today she is a product manager together with Mona. We also have Gabriel who will talk more about our new AI quiz feature. Then we will hand over to Anders, partnership manager, who will talk more about our new integrations as a service. And then we wrap up again.
Yep.
And say goodbye and thank you, love you, and everything like that. I'll start to hand over the word to you, Mattias.
Great, thank you. So I'll be brief before we start diving into the goodies. So what you'll see today is things we've been working on over the last quarter, obviously, once again, to make things easy, engaging, efficient for you. One of the themes or one of the things that you'll see today that is in a way new is that some of the features we're releasing now are AI powered. And I just want to briefly touch about that because I think we're all sensing that we're moving in a direction where this will be more commonplace. And that is also true in general, but also more specifically for Learnifier. So even though it's one of the things that we're touching upon today, I want to just mention that obviously AI is something that will grow both for us as in the product, but we're also conscientious about making this in a way where we're taking care of your data, making sure that it's safe. I know that from talking to some of you that there are some concerns on how AI can be used and should be used. And we're very open to having those discussions, being transparent in the work that we have done, not only building the product, but also making sure that your data is secure and that we're doing this in the best way possible. So I'm encouraging you to reach out, ask questions if you have some concerns related to this topic. But having said that, we're excited about the capabilities it gives us and the new avenues that it does open up for the product and also providing value for you. So just briefly wanted to mention that. For those of you that have been on this live session before, you might remember this, but at Learnifier, we do these live sessions quarterly. Obviously, today is May 30th. What we'll talk about today is what we've been working on both in the product, but also more broadly in the company over the last 3 months. So we had the last live session on March 7, as you can see. So during these sessions, we'll cover the major updates that we're doing. And the reason for that is to help you stay up to date and also to give you a way to plan for when larger changes are coming in Learnifier. Because as we develop the product, we're actually releasing new code almost every day to fix bugs, to make minor improvements. But those are things and improvements we deem we can do and release on a daily basis. But during these live sessions, we tell you about the larger things that we're releasing. So for today, we'll dive into the things we've done during our Spring Pulse, so for the last 10 to 12 weeks. And then Janne and I will be back at the end talking briefly about what we will do during the summer pulse. So with that said, excited to hand it over to the product team, and starting off with our newly appointed product manager, Hannah. So over to you, Hannah.
Well, thank you. I hope everyone can hear me. Hi, everybody. So glad to see some familiar faces and names here today. And I'm really happy to take on this new role in the company and see what we can create and develop further. We will take a look at some new releases today. That's right. And we're going to take a look at our video editor. And I think the beauty of this tool is that it's super easy to use. You don't need to have any previous experience with video editing, I would say, and you don't need to buy a separate system on the side. So that's you get it in tool. That's great. And here we have received some feedback from you, and we're excited to share some updates with you today. So I'm quickly going to walk through some of the updates we have done, and hopefully this will make it more delightful and smoother to create a video. So yeah, thank you, Janne. Firstly, we have given the video editor a fresh new look. So now when you're creating new videos, you will see this updated interface. It's a fresh, lighter theme. So this is mostly for providing a more seamless and modern user experience for you administrators. And then we have moved the editing toolbar. So here is where you can edit, split the movie, or add some settings. It has been moved to a more accessible position, so making the editing process smoother, we hope. And we have also improved the save notifications in the top bar. This was nothing we had before. So we added this just to ensure you that your edits are always saved. And this will happen automatically every 10 seconds. So you never have to worry about losing the work you have created. And then we changed the message. So when you are exporting a video, you will receive a notification that the video is queued, allowing you to safely close the tab without any interruption. Before, we know many of you stayed here and waited for the video to be exported. And if it's a long video, it can take up to a few minutes, but now you can just leave the tab and go create something else in the background. And I think I had one more slide. Yes. And if you are creating the video in the library, we have added a status directly in the library. So now you can see if the video is exporting or if it's ready to be used. So we hope these improvements help you creating a video, and also thank you for the feedback. It's really helping us moving further. So that was a quick one. I'm gonna give it over to Mona, and we're gonna look at the new Learner UI, right?
That is correct. Thank you, Hannah. Exciting stuff with the video editor. So if you have seen our previous live events, you might know that we are in the midst of redoing the learner experience. So we're providing a more modern and intuitive user interface. We're simplifying some things for the learner, building more accessibility. So it's a project that's been ongoing, and we are happy to start kind of rolling more and more people into it. So there is some benefit with partaking in the beta. So if you haven't done that yet, that might be an incentive for you to do so. You get an exclusive preview of the latest features and the improvements before the general release, where we roll out the new learner experience to everybody. So that way you can leverage the new tools and kind of their learners will be able to get more comfortable with navigating their learning path in the courses. So yeah, again, I just wanted to see if you would like to jump in and participate in the beta. Then let me back up a little minute. I got ahead of myself there. Sorry. It's exciting stuff. So we're right now in the middle of rebuilding the course experience. That means that that's where the learner goes in and accesses all the great content that's built. So they access the videos, the quizzes, all that good stuff that they actually absorb and learn from. And we are aiming to get that course player or the course learning experience out by week 26, which is right around the corner. So just wanted to flag that in that beta, because we are in a beta, for that release on week 26, we will not have the ability for learners to include in discussions, or they will not be able to go in and view resources. We will add that on after the week of 26. We really wanted to get this out and into actual learners to get that feedback as early as possible, so that we can adjust and adapt based on that feedback. So we felt like that will be something that we will build on after week 26. So again, if you want your learners to be kind of getting used to and introduced to this new learner UI, reach out to your customer representative, and they'll be able to enable what we call the new learner experience toggle. That means the learners can decide in which user interface they want to sit. They can always go back to the previous or the current one, but they can also go in and test the new one. And then we will get feedback from actual learners and take that into consideration when we build and continue to build out this experience, which is really valuable for us to get those insights. And with that, I would like to start showing you kind of where we are with the course player or the course learning experience. So I'm hoping that you can see my screen right now, and you'll see the new My Courses page. As you can see, there's a little toggle up here that I can switch back and forth and get back to the old user experience. I will go into a course, and we covered this in previous live sessions, so I'll just kind of fly through this. This is our new course introductory page, where you get some basic information and the right context, and kind of get that mental preparation for going into the course learning experience. So I'm in the midst of taking a course, so I will continue. And this is what is the new part that will be part of the beta on week 26. We have some components or activity components. So this is basically all the great things that you guys build for your learners to take. We have our video components. As you can see, it's a very clean and focused learning experience, trying to allow learners to really focus on the content in the course. We have some video components in here. We're testing out some different layouts to make sure that we're presenting it correctly. We have images. We have actually gotten to adding all the events. So previously to before, just again, a little more intuitive for the user to navigate, a little bit clearer what's going on. We also have the assignment upload feature. As you can see, I'm right now awaiting my evaluation for the assignment that I have submitted. So we are kind of working our way down the list here. We have a few more to go, but they should be ready by the week of 26. So basically right around midsummer, I would say, is when we're anticipating getting this out. And we're really excited. So yeah, I think that's about it for the news course player. Back over to you then, Hanni. Yanni, sorry. I'm looking at Hanna.
I love it when there's a
Yeah.
mix of everyone's name. I love that. But actually back to you again, Mona, because you're going to tell us more about, now I have to change the slide. Where's my, there we go. Social features, or that's maybe you, Hanna.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
me or Hanni. Maybe that's my new nickname.
Yeah.
That's
Who knows? Yes, social features. Maybe Jan, you can go one slide ahead. I would say this is probably one of the most frequently mentioned pieces of feedback about our system. I don't think I have been in a customer meeting when you didn't mention this to me. And we're excited to announce that we have rolled out a solution for it, and we wanted it to mention it today so you all know about it. So what have we done? We know that you appreciate the social features that allows the learner to discuss and engage with each other and the course leader. However, you do not like the daily email sent out to the course participant. And what we have understand is that it becomes particularly problematic when there are many learners in the course or when the course runs for extended period of time. So previously, the learners could themselves turn off the notification in their own settings, and this is still possible for them to do. But the challenge is for you to informing them that the learners can do this, and also they might want notifications from some courses, but not from others. So yeah, what's new then? We have now changed, so it's up to the course leader or the course creator to decide. So now you can enable social features and on the course and choose whether the notification should be sent out or not to the learners. So this is already live. Please go and test it out. Okay, should we then maybe move on to maybe the most exciting part today, our new AI quiz functionality. We are thrilled that we can introduce our first AI feature in our toolbox, and we think this function will help you create consistent, high quality quizzes quickly and also do it efficiently. And as you heard from Matthias, in this AI journey, it has been important for us to ensure we choose a secure and reliable partner to work with. And we have chosen to work with the latest version of OpenAI through Microsoft, and it's hosted in Sweden. And as Matthias said, do you have any question? Please reach out to us. We are really interesting to know your thoughts about this. Okay, so what are this feature? And we think it's several benefits to this feature. I would say it's easier than ever to add an interactive element in your courses. So it generates questions and answers with a single click, you will soon see. And this will help the course creator to create questions that we think is good to test the learners on. And also ensure that you have high quality test by letting the AI identifying and formulating relevant question based on the course material. And also flexibility. You can use the generated quiz directly as it is or a foundation and build further on it. So maybe enough talking, Gabriel, over to you and demo this new function.
Yes, super. Name's Gabriel, software developer at Learnifier. See you all. I'll just share my screen instead. Snatch that from you. Can you see my screen now, Hannah?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yes, and you can see my Rubik's Cube spinning around. Yeah, so for this demo, I just chose one of my favorite interests, solving cubes and speed cubing. There's a lot of history and culture and community around this niche topic. So let's say I want to share this knowledge. So I've created a tiny little course for that with a setup, an introduction, some basics. These are 4 modules, and then a 5th for a summary and quiz. So each of them has just a piece of text, which will then be used to generate the quiz in the end. We can just scroll down and generate a quiz. Just like you normally would, you would press plus, quiz product, and then, oh, a new tab emerges. Generate with AI. So this will be available as soon as the agreement is signed. So this will pop up and we'll activate it. It will be rolled out today. And here we'll just have, right now, it's just my demo mock-up tips, but these will be worked on today and released. So you can right now select how many questions you would like to generate, just from 1 to 10. And this is just the first beta version. Let's say I want 8 questions. Generate quiz. And this will be dependent on the size of the quiz because we're taking all of that data, all of the text as an input for the quiz generation. So sometimes, usually it's below 10 seconds, sometimes, yeah, there we go. So this is just a preview then. What is the primary purpose of the Rubik's Cube as mentioned in the overview? Teaching tool for geometry. Okay, this wasn't maybe that good of a question. Maybe I want to edit that later. Then we'll move on. Okay, well, smaller cubes, how many tiles? 26. Okay, that looks good. And we'll just look through all of these. Let's say that I'm satisfied. Yeah, feels good. We added a small feedback field here, and we'll also add some text field here for you to post any feedback that you have about the generation. Say I wanted, this was a 6. And now we can just press add and build quiz, and we'll end up in the quiz builder with all of these answers and questions pre-filled. So you can still edit it just like you would a normal quiz. So if we press that in the quiz builder, and there's a first section with all of my questions here, all 8 of them. And let's say that the first question, okay, yeah, no, this wasn't that good of a question, or maybe the answer was wrong. I just want 3 answers. Maybe I would like an image here. Just like you would edit a quiz. At this point, there's nothing distinguishing this quiz from one you've made by hand. So you still have full customizability. And then, oh no, we don't want question 2. So we'll delete that. And then when you're done, just save. And we have the preview here for the quiz. Okay, cool. So that's the basics of it. We have right now just a couple of points to mention. It's only using text in your courses. So if you have images or videos, we are not using any transcripts of the like. But if you would like that, please give us that feedback to know what would be valuable for you. Also, this is free of charge. As soon as you've handled the legal stuff of signing Microsoft and OpenAI as a sub-processor in the agreement, this will be available to you. Anything else? Just again, feedback is super useful. If you can have, if there's any customizability here, because now we're just handling how many questions. It might be like, I would like multiple answers. I would like to generate fewer, like a number of answers, number of questions. Just let us know and we'll see if we can squeeze that in. Great. Over to you again, Hannah. Will you pull the screen share? I'll just stop sharing.
I will pull the screen share.
Thank you, Jenny. Perfect.
I think you can see my screen now, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Then it's Anders' turn to go on stage and talk more about integration as a service. If he's awake. Or is it muted?
Calling in from Oslo right today, so let's see if we have Anders with us.
I don't know.
No, I had some problems unmuting myself. The system didn't.
Okay.
You can hear me now, right?
Yes, Miriam.
Thank you so much. Exactly. I'm in Oslo. This is maybe not an Oslo-esque view behind me, but I'm here with a colleague. We're visiting partners and customers here in Norway. So if there's any Norwegian customers here, especially hi to you guys. Integrations as a service. I'm super glad to be able to tell you that we are building this service. I know many of you have heard and maybe used our professional learning services before. We have a team led by Ulrika at Learnifier serving you guys with that. Services close to our platform. And this is another service area that we're building. I mean, integration should be an important discussion in an implementation of Learnifier, of course. How do we get the users or learners into the system? How do we get the data connected to the user? I mean, the organization, the team, the manager, the role, because that's what we need to fully use the Learnifier platform. So we've always been doing this, but with external consulting firms, or maybe been a bit picky in doing some small projects with you guys. But now we're building a a team of connectivity experts that will be able to help you more specifically with this. Next slide, please. And talking about connectivity then, we are definitely living in a connectivity era, and that's why we're doing this. I mean, the ways that data communication is developing, the tech standards for doing this in a secure and fast way, especially with the kind of cloud environment that we have right now, with the systems being headless and in the cloud. This is just exploding, and we are trying to understand the ecosystem that you guys, our customers, live in, and the system and applications that you are using every day, and that can help you connect with Learnifier to be more effective and more deliver learning in a better way. So we're actually doing this to responding to the needs that we've been capturing for a long time, but now we feel we are in a position and we have the resources that we can actually focus on this. And of course, the end value is maximizing the value of using Learnifier as a platform, bringing in more smooth workflows, more efficient admin processes, but also more enhanced learning experiences, integrating with other services that will help us do that. Next slide, please. And what's the offering then? Well, of course, you've all already seen many of our colleagues in the business and other software vendors. They have these standard integrations. They have a marketplace where they offer integrations or connectors to system and applications that are most commonly used by their customers. And we want to do that as well. So, of course, this is a central part of this offering. We have the ambition to build that Cartotech, or whatever you call it, of standard connectors that will help you connect to us in a smooth, smart, fast, and secure way. But of course, everything is not for all, and you might have specific situations, some niche product that you need to connect to Learnifier. So this integrations team will also be able to do specific custom integrations on a small scale to start with, but of course, slowly but surely we will build this capacity. And of course, having standard integrations and also some custom integrations to care for, this offering has also a part when it comes to updating those, doing the ongoing maintenance and the regular support. So that's also a part of this. And as a fourth leg in this, of course, we've had it since long. They are really appreciated. We have public APIs. So if you have your own resources, you want to do it on your own time scale, these are, of course, open to you with an enterprise plan to us. And of course, we are always there to support you and talk to you if you want to use our public API to do this yourself. That's the base of the offering. And Janne, we can go to next slide, actually. I mean, normally, of course, we have integrations with HR systems or other identity systems like Microsoft Azure, now called Entra, to get the users with the data connected to the user into Learnifier, and also, of course, the recruiting systems. So when you sign for a company, you get automatically transferred into Learnifier to start the onboarding, which is super popular. But there are so many more possibilities now with this development in this sector, and with the technology developing so fast. So there are so many opportunities here, and we would like to have a discussion with you. I mean, right now we have customers using event management systems. If you have big public events, you connect them to Learnifier. If you register for an event, you automatically becomes a learner in Learnifier. You do the pre-work, the after-work for the event in Learnifier. So this is just an example of what you can do, but there are so many more systems that you can connect to Learnifier to get the more enhanced experience, as I said, or just better working admin processes. And just next slide, please. Just an overwhelming picture of the partners and systems and applications that we work. Some examples. We're not going to go through them in detail, of course. And here we'd like to have your input as well. Who are you working with? Who would you like us to integrate with? And then, of course, the most commonly ones, we can promise to create the standard connector in due time. But some of these will be just specific ones, custom integrations for you, and maybe a few other customers. And the last one, I think, is just 3 examples of rather new integrations we have done. The first one is instead of using maybe an HR system for the master data connected to the user, we built a SCIM solution. That's a technology standard against, in this case, Microsoft Entra. This technology works for other systems as well, handling identity. So this is a smooth way of getting the users in a structured way, simple way into Learnifier. So if you guys are working with Microsoft and these solutions, this is an integration that we can call a standard one. We are Learning, a Norwegian company, being here in Oslo, doing immersive content creation. It's a software solution, a SaaS solution for doing simulation, animated simulation built on a gaming platform. And we have opened up our platform so that these stories that you build in this tool can be easily imported and played, embedded in Learnifier courses. And this is, of course, a tool that you also need to have access to if you want to use them in Learnifier courses, but we still believe that this is really interesting for some of our customers. So we want to make that tool accessible. And finally then, True. This is also an exciting solution for blockchain secured digital documents. And when it comes to Learnifier, this applies to certificates and awards, diplomas. So this integration covers when you earn a certificate in Learnifier. The integration then automatically transfers that to True if you are using their services. So first of all, it gets digitally secured, and then you can share it on social media to get endorsements that you are worthy of making that certificate. So that are just 3 examples of quite recent integrations that we have been working with. And then finally, this will, of course, next slide, Janne, please. We are building this also visible, presented on our website. It's not there it's almost there. So this is of course a way for you to contact us around this, but I think the normal way, talk to your contact person, your client success manager, or anyone at Learnifier if you have questions around this, and we will help you out as much as we can. So that was that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anders. So that's it about that.
Yes.
Let's talk about what's coming next.
Yes, maybe just
Feature.
covering, I've seen some questions around the AI feature. I think it's been, you received questions. Yes, it's free. You need to sign a contract. Briefly about that, there are some new terms that needs to come in place. It's a new sub-processor in Microsoft. So there's a document, we can e-sign that. That's something that can be sent out today. So just reach out, that needs to be signed. And as soon as that is signed, we can enable the AI feature for you. And reach out, if you don't know which contact to reach out, you can just send an email to support@learnifier.com and we'll figure that out. So just if you want to test it out, send an email, we'll send you the contract and you're ready to go. I also want to mention, sometimes if you read articles about AI, one of the concern is that they will use my data to train the model. No, none of your data will be used to train any model, not by Microsoft, not by OpenAI, and not by us. So your data is safe and it's not going to be trained on. So I just want to be clear with that, because that's a fairly common question that comes up. So no training on your customer data. So please reach out to get started with that. So what is next? So we've been through the spring pulse. We're now moving into the summer pulse, being in the Nordics. Many of us, it's a bit of a vacation period, as you know. But obviously there's tons of work that we'll also do during the summer pause. And two of the things that we will focus on as we now move from today into the summer pause and into our next live session sometime likely late August are, one is the team view. And this is a functionality that some of you use, not all of you. But I know that it's very important for many of you to have a good way for your managers to be involved in various ways in managing training. So we will start doing additional work on that. One piece in that is that we really want to get some input and feedback from you. See if that is something that is important to you and you have ideas on what additionally you would want to see in the team view. Please reach out. Once again, if you're unsure on how to reach out, send an email to support and we'll direct you to the right person. In this case, the right person is likely Mona, but you don't need to remember that. Just get in contact with support. Another thing we've had a lot of feedback around and that we're going to work on is dashboards and reports. We've started working on that. And the first piece is working more around dashboards, but we'll also do work around reporting. So really enhancing this user experience, lifting a few key metrics on these dashboards. This is obviously going to be continuous work, but this is also something that is going to start showing up. Once again, would love to get your feedback as we move into this. This starts showing up for you after the summer. So just a quick heads up, obviously other things going on as well. As Gabriel mentioned earlier, as you start testing out the quiz feature, please provide feedback. Let us know what you additionally want us to do so we can hear from you and work on that. So I think that is what's next. Anything to add? Mona, Hanna, someone else around upcoming? Shaking heads?
I don't know. I don't think so. I have nothing else. Anyone else? I think that was it.
Yes.
Yeah, great. We're ahead of time. Amazing. Okay, so thank you guys so much for participating in today's Learnifier Live. And as Matthias said, we will see you next time at like end of August. So let's have a summer break and enjoy the sun. And as I told at the beginning, we have recorded this webinar, of course, like usual, and we're sending out the video for that afterwards in communication in email. Yeah, hope you feel inspired and with a few tips and tricks up your sleeves. And don't be a stranger. We love to talk to you and hang out with you. So please contact support or your customer success manager to have a chat about the new functions or anything else. Have a great summer. And thank you so much for this morning.
Thank you,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.